Val here, and today I have a brand new cosplay walkthrough slash breakdown. I haven't really figured out which one of those I like more, but this is going to be a walkthrough of my Taako cosplay. So Taako is a really interesting costume to do because there still isn't really a canon design, even though we have the graphic novels, and well, Taako still doesn't have a canon design. So when you choose to cosplay anything from Adventure Zone, you get the chance to kind of do whatever you want. So the original idea for this costume was to reuse a number of old costume pieces. I ended up not reusing that many old. Let's go ahead and walk through the costume, and we'll start with the shirt. The shirt is a combination of both hand patterning and a pattern I got from Mood Fabrics. I used the Elias shirt. Elias? I'll link it in the description. But I used that pattern to do the sleeves. They have this nice pattern for this big poofy sleeves, but I didn't want to button up, so I hand patterned the front and the back of the shirt and just used the pattern for the sleeves. It ended up working out okay. There's a few little bits, like my neck holes are always too big, but I think it turned out really well. They have a star-shaped button for the cuffs, although I painted them on, or I sewed them on really haphazardly a few days ago before Halloween, before I wore this again, and they need to be put back in the right spots because they are not in the right spots. But I really like it. The fabric is just like a regular white cotton shirt fabric. Luckily, most of its flaws gets covered up by the next piece, which is the vest. Oh, the vest was one of those aforementioned recycled pieces. This originally was a part of some CL Phantom Hive cosplay that I wore in like 2010, 11, maybe 12. It's from an old CL Phantom Hive cosplay that I bought online through someplace I don't remember that I still had, and decided to turn into a vest for this costume. Obviously I had the vest already, and I just added this gold trim and some gold buttons to sort of keep all the colors consistent. It's a little small, it's a little tight, quite frankly, but it does its job and it adds a little extra layer onto the costume. I really like it. It's fancy. So the next piece is the cape. I hand patterned this based on a number of cape patterns you can find online. They're really simple to just use that and cut that out to that shape. The fabric I used was a stretch sort of costume satin, one of the non-shiny kinds that you can find at Joann's. A bit on the costumey side, but I felt like that was okay with Taako's general aesthetic and with how the rest of the costume turned out, so I wasn't super worried about it. It actually ended up being kind of a nice fabric. The inside of the cape is lined with this purple space fabric that I had. Don't remember what it's called or where it's from. I think it may have been like Joann's Halloween line like 3 or 4 years ago, so I used a lot of it for this costume, so I think it ends up kind of tying everything together. I sort of went for a stars, and I sort of used this fabric on the inside to sort of give me a little bit of more color in the different fabrics that I used, so that's sort of where the color scheme came from. Next up is the shorts. So the shorts do not fit well on this mannequin. This mannequin does not like things that have 2 legs, so I'm just going to show you guys. These are the shorts I made for them. So the shorts. These are the second pair of shorts I made for Taako. If you saw the original post I made when I finished Taako, these are a totally different pair of shorts. The original shorts I made was hand patterned from another pair of shorts that I had, and I just sort of went off that and made my own pattern. They were fine up until I put a zipper in the back, and the zipper was a pain to put in, and I thought foolishly that it wouldn't be a big problem, but eventually, I think after like the second or third time I had worn it just to take some simple TikToks, the zipper broke, and then where the zipper was sewn in had like torn and all that. So they were pretty much unrepairable. I thought I could take the back of the shorts on and put basically another back panel in or something. Didn't work. Had to completely remake this. like a week ago before I wore Taako on Halloween. And to be honest, I kind of like these better. So I used a stretch purple fabric that, again, I'm sorry, I need to keep better track of fabric. I think I bought this a few months ago, so I don't exactly know which fabric it is, but it's one of those costumey fabrics you get from Joann's. So luckily there's a good stretch to this fabric, so there isn't actually a like elastic band in this. And I just, like I said, used an old pair of shorts that I had to kind of make the pattern from. But I'm actually glad that I redid them because I think they look better than the first ones I did. The other thing about these is that they did have some iron-on star appliques that fell off when I wore him for Halloween, like almost immediately. So I'm going to stitch those on, so there's going to be an added bonus once I sew them back on. But yeah, the hat I'm actually quite proud of. I think it turned out really well. Basically ended up covering the hat with the same fabric that the cape is made out of. So I just basically covered it and sewed it on. It was a fun experience trying to put this into the sewing machine, but it generally worked out. I also painted on the stars on this side of the hat with just some fabric paint. And then the bow on the side is made from a separate purple fabric that I had lying around. It's not exactly the same as the shorts, but it's close enough. You don't notice. They're far enough apart from each other that they don't notice. So the hat is a very large, obnoxious hat I found on Amazon. I basically tried to find the biggest hat I could within reason. So the little star right here was made with foam clay, which I got and used a few times for different aspects of this costume, and I love. Foam clay is great. Highly recommended for stuff like this. And the inside of the brim is made with that same space-themed fabric from before. So, actually, we'll put you there. It is a pain to wear, though, if you're about to ask that. Like, trying to get that to work with also the wig and the ears, I did discover that that is probably going to be something that is going to have to be fixed or adhered somewhere to my head, because wearing it plainly, it falls off a lot. So, let's move on to the next piece. Next are some accessories. Using that same purple fabric from the little bow, or big bow on the hat, I added a bow to the cape that just kind of safety pins on with the same sort of star detailing using foam clay. And the shoes, which are another... And then we have the shoes, which are another recycled old cosplay bit. These were bought, I believe, again, it might have been anywhere from 2011 to 2013. Don't exactly remember when. I believe these are Femme Pressure boots from FM Anime. I don't even know if that website's still around, but I still had them, and they had the right kind of Taako energy to them, so I tend to wear these boots. I may add some extra detailing to them as the time goes on, but I like them. They're actually quite comfortable comparatively to other cosplay boots. This was another recycled piece. This is the wig I used for Taako. I've always drawn Taako with pink hair. I know for the most part people tend to translate him as a blonde, but quite frankly, I was trying to reuse older cosplay pieces, so I ended up reusing this old Utna wig. This is from 2000 and... It must have been 2017, so this isn't that old of a wig. I do not remember where I bought this, though. I think it's an Arta wig. It could have also been Epic. I don't remember. We're going to go with Arta. I think it's an Arta wig. I just don't know which one it was. Regardless. But it's just curled. It's just slightly curled. I haven't quite gotten the bangs to sit exactly the way I want to yet, but we're working on it, so yes. Not quite. So, next is the Umbra Staff. So I'm actually quite happy with how this turned out. This is just a regular umbrella I bought off Amazon and painted with fabric paint. It took quite a bit of time to finish entirely because it was quite a few layers of paint. I'm gonna go ahead and open. Here is the outside of the Umbra Staff. Again, this is just fabric paint, and so all of the stars on it were stenciled and painted on. The teal blue doesn't quite match any of the other teal blues on the costume. I know that. But I thought it helped kind of pop the Umbra Staff out more. So the inside is painted to kind of look like a galaxy. This took quite a bit of time, quite honestly. It was a lot of time. So I'll show you guys a little bit more of the details on the handle. All of this has been done with foam clay. This was actually my first time using foam clay, and I really like how it turned out. Painted and detailed to look like a wood sort of handle with some more stars and obviously some glitter. There is a secret word written in it if you guys can find it. But yeah, I actually really liked how this turned out. I need to get some like good shots of it eventually because it is probably one of my favorite props that I've made. I've also added this star to the very top, but yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy with that. But there you have it. There is my Taako cosplay. He was a lot of fun to make, getting to kind of make a costume from the ground up with no actual references, but getting to sort of design it myself and still make it recognizable as Taako was really fun. I have a progress video coming soon, so hopefully you guys will like that too. I also may have something else coming really soon too. So thanks for watching. Subscribe and comment, whatever. Tell me what your favorite Taako design is, or what your favorite elements of different character designs that people have done for him. I'm always curious, because I love almost every Taako design I've seen. So, also comment your favorite part and why it's the Umbra Staff, because it's like the best prop I've made, or the hat. That is also good, even if it is like kind of impossible to wear and move in. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.